Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Beat the Experts, brought to you by Falcone Moon Ford. I'm Andrew Chiappazzi. Mike Byers is off this week. 'Tis the holiday season, and that means it is time for some holiday basketball tournaments. There are a bunch going on in the area this week, so let's get to a couple of the bigger ones involving some local teams. The annual CJ Betters RBA Holiday Classic is, of course, the big holiday tournament here in the Beaver County area, and this week that showcase will have 2 days of basketball over at CCBC. Play begins Friday morning with the girls' games, and that includes Quigley girls against Freedom at 11:30, followed by the Central Valley girls against Aliquippa. The boys get things started in the afternoon at 4 with Beaver against Butler and the Golden Tornadoes' highly touted prospect Ethan Morton. Beaver Falls takes on Penn Hills following that game, and then at 7 o'clock, the Aliquippa boys will take on Central Valley, and the nightcap features Lincoln Park against maybe Phil Yurkovic and the Pine Richland Rams. The highly touted Notre Dame prospect hasn't played yet for the Rams this season, but we'll see if he participates in the CJ Betters Holiday Classic. Those games will continue on Saturday, so you'll want to check out the schedule, see who wins, and check out those games on Saturday as well, with the girls again beginning early on and then going on into the championship games later in the day. Meanwhile, Riverside will host its annual holiday tournament once again. The girls basketball team always puts on a great tournament up at Riverside. John Wolf does a great job bringing in a bunch of local teams and some other good teams, and that 6-team tournament begins Thursday at the Panthers Gym. Southmoreland plays Freeport at 5 p.m. before Riverside hosts Hopewell at 7, and Beaver plays Seneca Valley at 9. Friday's games will follow a similar time frame, with the big game being Seneca Valley against Riverside at 7 o'clock. That should be a very interesting game. Riverside off to a great start this season. A couple of other events you may want to check out during the week between Christmas and New Year's include the Blackhawk girls making a return trip to the Mount Lebanon tournament. Those games take place Wednesday and Thursday at Mount Lebo and feature 2 Ohio schools along with the hosts and, of course, Blackhawk. And up at Newcastle, also on Wednesday and Thursday, a nice little boys tournament. Newcastle will bring in Aliquippa, Monessen, and Vincentian. The first game is at 5:30 and the second game is at 7:30. So you'll want to maybe check out both of those games because, of course, Newcastle, Aliquippa, Monessen, and Vincentian all have good teams on a regular basis. So no matter who's playing each other, it should be a very good tournament to watch. The winners and losers will meet up again on Thursday and maybe crown a little champion Thursday evening. Well, that does it for this week's episode of Beat the Experts. You can keep track of all of our games and all of these tournaments, including the ones that we didn't mention, on timesonline.com. I'm Andrew Chiappazzi. We'll see you soon.